What's going on, my people? It's Bali over here with Soccer Parent Life. Just checking in because I saw a video that I just absolutely have to check in on. So yesterday, it was actually late in the evening. I was laying down, about to go to bed, and I made the mistake of opening up my phone. And sure enough, a very interesting video came on, and it was Trinity Rodman at a. She was visiting that one pod. Call Her Daddy. Not super familiar. I know I've heard of it, but I'm not super familiar with the pod. But anyway, point is that she was on there, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kind of lost a little bit of sleep over hearing just because it stirred up a lot of emotions, in my opinion. I always kind of look at things from a dad lens. So I try to dad everyone. So, sometimes that makes me a little bit on the sensitive side to some topics. So I'm not gonna lie. So, let's go ahead and, put it up real quick. I'm gonna try to pause and just kind of talk to you guys as it goes on. So let's check it out.
When he showed up at my game, I was like so mad.
Yeah.
Like
can we talk about that for a second?
I first saw him. Yeah. I like kind of already start talking about everything, but
it's okay.
Yeah, he showed up to my game. My mom had no idea until he was like there, and I think she got a call or something. But they were in the suite field side, and I, again, going in my rookie year, going into a quarterfinal, like I'm already shitting my pants as it is. Like I'm like stressed, like oh my gosh, like we have to win. So we go, I'm playing. I think it's like halfway through the first half, and I hear it, and like his voice to me is like. Ding! So I hear him go, let's go, Rodman, let's go, Trinity. And I'm like, oh my fucking gosh. Like, there's no way this is happening right now. Mind you, I haven't seen him or talked to him in months. So I hear it and I'm like, I'm playing a game, not like throw in nothing. Like, I'm playing a game and I hear I'm running. I'm like, oh my gosh.
When she first said this, I know there's more to the story, but it was amazing to me how, amongst a crowd in a stadium, she was able to hear her dad's voice. It kind of really it speaks a lot if you think about it. It's just to how much, how much they can identify it. So how distracting we can be. So all my parents out there try to sideline coach, man. They hear you. Some can tune you out better than others, but they hear us. So the question is do you want to be someone that helps them or do you want to be someone that distracts them? That's for you guys to decide, but I just wanted to bring that up.
So I'm still playing and I'm like, there's no way. I'm like chasing the ball down, trying to figure out a goal kick happens, right? I'm defending a goal kick. And I'm like in my stance kind of, and I look back and I'm like, what the fuck? I look straight and I like start crying on the field. So I'm trying to play the soccer game and I'm crying. And I don't know if we got a water break. I think there was like an injury or a water break. Yeah, because we go into the huddle and I go to Ashley Sanchez, which is like one of my best friends. Go to her in the huddle while our coach is trying to give us direction of like what's working, what's not working. Because like we were playing horrible the first half. I'm looking at Ash. I'm crying. No one knows what the fuck's going on. I'm looking at Ash and I'm like, dude, my dad's here. And she knew immediately. She was like, oh, fuck. She gave me a hug. She was like, it's okay. Let's just finish this half. Like, we'll talk in the locker room at halftime. Just finish this half. Don't think about it. I was like, sure. Let me just forget.
Yeah. Classic.
Easy advice. So yeah, finish that half and then cry my eyes out in the locker room at halftime. And my coach was like, do you want to play? And I was like, yeah, I want to win. Hello? I'm like, he is not going to take me from winning this either. Fuck you. So yeah, we finished the game.
Were you able to like play well?
Yeah. So I took the shot, ricocheted back, and Hatch scored it for us to win.
Yeah, you did.
Awesome. And then after the game, when we were winning, there's that part in your head where like the whistle's going to blow. And all I was thinking was like, oh my God, I'm going to see him. I'm going to talk to him. Like, what's going to happen? The whistle blew and I was so like mad. I was like, you took this happy moment from me. Like you fucked with my head again. And he did it so many times and I don't even know. No, I think he knows what he does. But when the game ended, I was so angry. I was happy we won, but I was just like, And then I started getting mad at my mom because I was like, she had to have known. Why didn't she tell me like all this stuff? And then I walk over and again, there's cameras everywhere. Dennis Rodman's at the game, blah, blah, blah. And I walk over there and all I did was cry. I was like, I'm walking over there so mad, like, fuck you. I walk over there. He grabs my head and I just start bawling into his arms as if, like, it's a daddy-daughter, like. Oh. And I'm just like, this is the first game you've come to, quarterfinal. You missed the entire season. Haven't seen my games in 3, 4, 5 years. And I'm just like bawling. I cried and then I was super happy. I was like, let's take the positive of it. He's here. Like, that's more than I can ask. So then we go.
Bro. Ah, man, I felt that when she said that. You know, for my dad's, I think when I started to figure out just how much we mean to our kids in general. But I think there's a special relationship between a father and a daughter. She's overly emotional about it, and I don't think she comprehends why she just melted in his arms. I think this young lady's just wanted his love, his presence and his love for a long time. So it breaks my heart to hear her talk about this because I can tell that she's speaking about it, but I know inside of her, she probably cried a lot about this before she can like really talk about it. Obviously, this happened several years ago, but man, that hit when I heard her say that.
We go into like this friends and family part after we're like talking, whatever. He's asking me how everything's going. It's like, honestly, like a pretty wholesome thing. Like, oh my gosh, imagine. So we're just like talking, catching up, and then I don't remember how it was left. I think I just went home because I had training the next day. And we just kind of left it at that. And he was just like, I want to see you soon. I'm in DC, whatever. And I was like, okay. And then after that, radio silence. I didn't see him for like until this year. I didn't talk to him or see him. Yeah, until I think. No. Yeah, right after the World Cup.
Wait, how many years ago was this?
3.
So
this was 2021.
So that happens in 2021.
And I'm talking to media. I put out this huge post like, we're not perfect. I love my dad. Like, this could be the start of something new. Like, I know, blah, blah, blah. Like, being super nice about it. Like, just grateful that he even showed up. I'm like, I don't know what it has in store, but I'm just happy that we got to have this moment together. Stupid me for thinking that was going to be some type of, like, new spark. Because that was me every single time. He would come.
All right. I know there's probably 0% chance that she'll see this, but Trinity, you're not stupid. You're human, and it's something you've been missing. Your dad being there and supporting you and loving you and just being present. So no, you're not stupid for wanting that so bad that you're willing to continuously hope for it. So yeah, I just want if you ever happen to hear this, I just want you to know that you're not stupid. You're just human.
Come around, and I'd be like, okay, here it is again. We're gonna start something. He's gonna be around. Boom, months and months and months. This time it was years, and I was just like, oh, okay, cool. And so then it's like after that, then it's media outlets asking about the post, asking about him being there. So I'm like super positive. I'm just like, yeah, like obviously it was really emotional. I'm really happy. Months and months go by. I'm still talking about it on media, and I'm just like, fuck. Here we go again. So then it was just like, I think after that was when I lost hope in like ever getting him back. It was just going to be like he's popping in whenever he wants to be in a camera. And even at that game, I don't think it was for me. I think he wanted to have a good conscience and then be like, headline, Dennis Rodman showed up to his daughter's game. An important quarterfinal in her rookie year. And that's exactly what it was.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I went and looked at that Instagram post and it, like, my heart sunk for you because obviously, like, I knew somewhat of the conversation we were going to have today, but I had obviously no idea of like the gravity of it. And it's so disheartening because you're right. Like, you walking over to him in that moment, it was all about the cameras. You couldn't have a normal reaction to be like, where the fuck have you been? And like you saying you're on the field angry, and then you don't get to have a normal moment with your father where a normal person could go up and be like, what the fuck? Instead, it's like everyone smile for the cameras and be happy. And then before you even get to have like a debrief the next day, like he's gone. Can you talk to me about like, didn't he like always change his phone numbers?
Yeah, even now, like I don't have his number saved. I think because he had called me like even these past couple weeks, he's been trying to call me, and it was just a Texas number. Didn't know he lived in Texas, so that's news to me. So I'm just thinking it's like spam risk, like all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, they're just like spam calls, like normal. I get those all the time. So I was ignoring it, and then I see like voicemails from it, and I'm like, And then I look and I hear it for a second. I was like, fuck. And I think I heard it for a second because I saw that the voicemail was 40 seconds long. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. And it's just like a hit or miss day for me. It's like if I want to go through that or not. And I'm just like, no.
Why is he always changing his phone number?
I don't know if it's changing or losing his phones or what, but again, he never has an iPhone. He always has a flip phone, and I honestly think he'll just like trash them and get new ones.
Of him calling you in like in moments throughout your life, in those moments where you're like, sometimes I have the patience, sometimes I don't. Is there any time he like called you that you remember and it like really fucked with you? Whether
You know, I don't think it's patience that she needs to have. I think she just needs to be in the right frame of mind to be able to open up. You know, I can, in my opinion, I think she's been hardened by this experience and the disappointment. I don't think she even needs to get into it because you can hear it. You can hear it in what she's talking about. So yeah, man, I don't think patience is the right word. I just think sometimes you just don't have it in you when it comes to the emotional availability.
you were like about to go into a specific event in your life, or you were in a specific situation and he calls and you like were like, this completely fucked me up and ruined my day, kind of like the game.
Yeah, I think it fucks me up every single time. Even I think now hearing his voice is like painful because I think it's missing him mixed with he's an alcoholic.
Hi, Daddy Gang.
Man, that's it is hard for me to hear this, man, because the way that she delivers it, you know, my opinion, in order to be able to deliver it like that, you've spent a lot of time crying, and you've had a lot of time to really let it out to the point where you're like, okay, I'm on that next step of like, okay, where do I go from here, kind of situation. So, what I wanted to do is speak to Trinity, even though I know she may never see this, but I wanted to speak to her. I wanted her to know that you're worthy of having a father that loves you and cares for you and supports you. You're deserving of it. It's never nothing about you. And I'm not saying that that's what she's saying. And I'm sure she probably said, but you don't know me. I've been there. I've been in those shoes before. You know, not having any control. It's hard. It's always hard not to have your dad around. But what's really hard is processing the feeling of they don't want to be there, or they're within an arm's reach and they're just not there. So I think that's always hard for folks. So Trinity, I wanted you to know that it's not your fault, that you're worthy of it, you're deserving of it, and you're human. Give yourself the break and understand that what you're feeling is perfectly acceptable and normal. To want someone to love you and care for you, that desire for that love and care, that is completely normal. And, you know, it was something that just didn't happen for you. But don't blame yourself for it. And I say that because I feel like I'm talking to myself because I did kind of have that situation in my backstory. Luckily, my dad and I have a good relationship now, but for a long period of time in my adult life, in my youth too, he wasn't there. And so I hear her, and it hurts from both sides as a person that missed that relationship and didn't have that relationship in key points in my life. And as a dad who has daughters that, as you guys know, I'll drive 6 hours to go watch a game, even if she's not playing. You know, for him to miss years, I think that moment of her melting in his arms, and like it's almost like she's mad at herself for feeling that, but you're just human, Trinity, and I hope you heal from this, and I hope that opening up and letting the world in and opening up gives you some healing, and I hope you do better and you can move on in your life and not carry that burden with you, because that's a heavy burden to carry. It's not on you. It's not your fault. You're deserving. You're worthy of it. And I wish I can give you a hug, not in a creepy way though. All right. Like I try to dad everyone. If I ever had a chance, I'd give you a hug and tell you that you were worthy of it, and you still are. Till the next one, guys.